Stuck with my beautiful alien roommate during mating season, an unexpected encounter. The station lockdown alarm did not sound like danger at first, it sounded like routine. A soft chime rolled through the corridor, speakers followed by a calm voice. Residential Sector 7, please remain in your assigned modules. A safety protocol is now active. Do not attempt to exit until further notice. Lieutenant Aaron Hale paused outside Module 7C with a food packet in his hand. He had heard that same voice many times. Usually it meant a drill, a system test, or some small problem with station pressure. Then the second alert came. Lower, sharper, and not calm at all. Warning. Biohazard containment initiated. Seal integrity confirmed. Manual override disabled. Aaron stared at the door panel. The green light beside the keypad blinked once, then turned solid red. The lock clicked from inside like a final answer. He tried his wrist comm. Hail to station control. I'm locked out of my module. Only static answered. The corridor lights shifted from bright white to a dim amber. That color meant longer than a drill. That color meant someone somewhere had decided this was serious. Aaron exhaled slowly, then pressed his palm against the panel again. Open, please. The panel did not open. It gave him a polite error tone instead. He looked down the corridor. Other doors were sealing. He saw a neighbor in sleep clothes tapping on his own module and yelling at the comm. No response there either. Then Aaron heard footsteps behind him. He turned and saw Valith. She moved with a kind of controlled grace that made the narrow corridor look wider. Her skin was a smooth, deep tone that shifted slightly under the station's lights. Thin lines of bioluminescence ran along her neck and forearms like soft stars underwater. Most days, those lines stayed quiet and faint. Today, they were brighter. Not blinding, but noticeable. Valith held her own wrist come close, listening as if she could pull meaning out of silence. Her long fingers were steady, but her shoulders were tense. When she looked up and met Aaron's eyes, something unreadable passed over her face. "Lieutenant Hale," she said. Her English was careful and clear, with a gentle accent. "The corridor is sealed." "Yeah," Aaron replied, trying to sound normal. "Seems like the station decided we all needed a quiet evening." Valith did not smile. Her glow pulsed once like a heartbeat. "This is not routine." Aaron's humor faded. "You getting anything on your comm?" "No." She lowered her wrist. "All channels are quiet." Aaron glanced at the module door again. "Okay. Plan A, get inside. Plan B, don't panic."
Vela stepped closer to the door panel. The scanner recognized her and chimed.
The light turned green for half a second, then snapped back to red. Another lock click sounded from inside. She frowned. "My credentials are valid." "Mine too," Aaron said. "Something bigger is in control." Veli's glow brightened again, but not evenly. It flickered along her forearms, then steadied, as if she forced it down through sheer will, Aaron noticed. He had lived with her for 3 months. He knew her normal patterns. He had learned when she was relaxed, when she was tired, and when she was hiding discomfort behind polite words. "Valith," he said softly, "are you okay?" She paused a little too long. "I am. Functioning." That was not, "I'm fine." That was the kind of answer someone gave when they did not want to say the real thing. Before Aaron could ask more, the station voice returned. This time it was different, less neutral, more official. "Attention, all residents. A containment protocol has been activated due to a biological event in Sector 7. Remain in your assigned modules. Do not attempt to travel to other sectors. Station personnel will contact you when safe." Aaron opened his mouth. "Biological event?" Vela's face went still. Her eyes, usually calm like dark glass, tightened with something close to fear. Aaron looked between her and the speaker. "Valith, Sector 7 includes our modules," she said quietly. Her glow spread up her neck and along her cheekbones. It was not a decoration now. It looked like stress made visible. Aaron's mind moved fast. "Are you sick?" "No," Valith swallowed once. "Not sick." "Then what is it?" She hesitated, her fingers pressed lightly against the wall panel as if she needed something solid. When she spoke again, her voice was still controlled, but it carried strain. It is my species, she said. A cycle. A season. Aaron blinked. A season like weather? Valeth's eyes dropped for a moment, then lifted again. A biological season. A mating season. Aaron froze, not because of the word itself, but because of what it might mean in a locked module with 2 roommates and no station control answering. He forced himself not to react badly. Valeth had trusted him enough to say it out loud. That mattered. He cleared his throat. Okay, that's information. Valeth's glow pulsed. It is not what humans imagine from entertainment. It is not vulgar. It is not a game. I didn't say it was, Aaron replied quickly. I'm just trying to understand. Valeth closed her eyes briefly, as if choosing words carefully.
In my culture, during the cycle, we isolate. We are trained to...
We have facilities. We have protocols. It protects us and others. And the station lockdown just broke your protocol, Aaron said. Yes, she opened her eyes, and now the station has activated containment because it detects the biochemical markers. My species emits signals, not intentional. But body's speaking. Aaron frowned. So the station thinks you're a biohazard? It thinks I might cause complications, Valeth said. The word sounded like it carried a heavy meaning in her language. It does not know the social context. It only reads data. Aaron leaned back against the wall, trying to think. All right, if the station sealed us in, then at least we'll be together inside. That's safer than being stuck in the hall. Valeth looked at him as if she wanted to correct him, but instead she lifted her hand and placed it on the door panel again. This time the panel chimed differently. The lock clicked, and the door slid open. Aaron stepped inside first, out of habit, scanning the small habitat module. It was basic station housing, a narrow living space, 2 bunks, a small kitchen unit, and a shared bathroom. A window showed nothing but black space and distant station lights. Everything looked normal. Until he noticed the ventilation grill near the ceiling was now sealed with a thin metallic cover. The air system hummed with a different tone, heavier, slower. Valeth entered behind him, and the door shut immediately with a hard, final sound. Aaron walked to the internal comm panel on the wall and pressed the control. Station control, this is Lieutenant Aaron Hale in Module 7C. We are sealed in. Request status. Only static. He tried emergency. He tried maintenance. He tried local security. Nothing. Aaron stepped back. Okay. No outside help for now. Valeth stood near the center of the room, as if she did not know where to put herself. Her glow had become brighter in the quiet space, reflecting softly off the pale walls. It made the module feel warmer than it should. Aaron spoke gently, careful not to sound joking now. You said it's a cycle. Does it affect you badly? Valeth's fingers curled slightly. It affects focus, emotion, instinct. It can be intense. She inhaled slowly, as if the air itself felt heavy. I am trained, but training assumes isolation and a controlled environment. Aaron nodded. We have a controlled environment, he said, then corrected himself. Well, controlled by the station, not by us. Still, we can make it manageable. Valeth looked at him. Humans believe confidence solves problems. Not always, Aaron admitted, but it helps me not lose my mind. For the first time, her lips shifted in something like a small smile. It was brief, but it was there. Then her glow flickered again, brighter at her throat. She turned her face away, as if embarrassed that her body was giving away what she felt. Aaron pretended not to notice the embarrassment. He moved to the kitchen unit and placed the food packet down. Okay, first things first. We need information. If comms are dead, maybe the station has local notices. He tapped the wall screen. It powered on after a delay and showed a large message. Containment active. Biological evident detected. Moduli lock enabled. Duration unknown. Residents, remain calm. Hydrate. Report severe symptoms. Aaron stared at the word unknown. Unknown? He repeated. That's comforting. Valeth stepped closer, reading quickly. It does not have an end time. Yeah, Aaron said, which means we might be stuck for hours or days. Valeth's glow dimmed slightly, then brightened again, like her body could not decide between panic and control. Erin turned to face her fully. Valeth, listen, I'm not going to do anything stupid.
You're safe with me. We'll get through the lockdown.
You tell me what you need, and we'll keep it simple. Valeth studied him as if testing if his words were real. You do not fear the situation? I fear the station failing more than anything else, Erin said honestly. But you?
No, I trust you.
That made her pause. The glow along her arms softened. Trust is not a common human response to this topic. Erin shrugged. Humans are weird, you've noticed. Her small smile returned a little stronger. Yes, I have noticed. The station lights dimmed again, dropping to a low power setting. The module felt suddenly smaller, as if the walls leaned in. Erin looked around, thinking like a soldier and like a roommate. We should ration supplies if it goes long. But first, water. He opened a storage drawer and pulled out 2 pouches. He handed one to Valeth. She accepted it but did not drink immediately. Her gaze stayed fixed on him, like she was trying to memorize stability. Erin took a sip from his own pouch, then sat on the edge of his bunk. All right, tell me what to expect. Not details you don't want to share, just what helps. Valeth sat carefully on the opposite bunk, keeping a respectful distance. She held the water pouch with both hands. In my species, the cycle increases sensory sensitivity. Sound, smell, light, also emotional signals. Emotional signals? Erin asked. She nodded, then looked away. My body reads others more strongly. It can mistake kindness for invitation, and it can make my own feelings louder than they are. Erin listened without interrupting. He could see how hard it was for her to speak about it. The glow along her cheekbones pulsed once, then settled. So you need boundaries, Erin said. Yes, she replied quickly. Clear boundaries reduce confusion. Easy, Erin said. He lifted his hand slightly like he was making a promise. Rule 1, you set the boundaries. Rule 2, I follow them. Rule 3, if you feel overwhelmed, we change the environment. Lights, sound, space.
Valeth's shoulders lowered by a small amount.
Relief, not complete, but real. Then the wall screen beeped. Both of them looked at it at the same time. A new message appeared. Security notice. External vessel detected near station perimeter. All sectors remain in lockdown. Do not approach windows. Erin stood up slowly. External vessel, he repeated. Valeth's glow flared sharply, bright enough to cast shadows. That is not part of my cycle, she whispered. That is not normal. Erin walked to the window without thinking, then stopped himself. The message said do not approach, but curiosity and fear pulled him forward anyway, careful and slow. Outside, beyond the glass, a dark shape moved near the station's outer ring, too smooth, too silent, and not on any scheduled traffic lane. Erin's stomach tightened. Somewhere out there, something had come close to the station during a biological containment event. And inside Module 7C, a human and an alien diplomat sat trapped together, one trying to keep the station from becoming a prison, and the other fighting a powerful natural cycle without the safety her people depended on. Erin turned away from the window and looked at Valeth. We're not just waiting out a lockdown, he said quietly. We're in the middle of something bigger. Valeth met his eyes, and for the first time, her fear was not hidden behind diplomacy. Yes, she said, and we are alone. Erin's voice stayed steady, even if his heart wasn't. Then we do what humans do best. Valeth blinked. What is that? Erin gave a tight, determined smile. We adapt, he said. We don't quit. And we don't leave each other behind. The lights flickered again, and the door lock clicked once, like the station reminding them it still controlled their world. But Erin could feel it now. The real threat was not the sealed door. It was whatever had just arrived outside, drawn by something the station did not fully understand. And whatever came next, it would test both of them, Valeth's control and Erin's promise to be a safe place in a situation that was anything but safe. The unknown ship did not move like normal traffic. It did not follow the station's bright guide lanes or send a friendly signal. It drifted slowly, almost like it was watching. Aaron stood near the window, careful not to press too close. The dark shape outside was half hidden by shadows and station lights, but he could see smooth curves and faint blue lines running along its surface. "That is not a trade vessel," he said quietly. Velis stood behind him, her glow low but steady, like a light trying not to draw attention.
"No, it is not registered."
If it were, the station would announce it. Aaron stepped back from the window and turned to face the room. "Okay, first rule of being stuck in a bad situation, don't freeze." Valith tilted her head. "Freeze? Humans stop thinking when they panic," he explained, "so we make a plan instead." He walked to the wall screen and brought up the station map. Most of it was locked, but their module and nearby systems still showed basic information. Air pressure, stable, power, reduced but holding. Emergency systems, active. "Life support is good," Aaron said. "That's something." Valith sat on the edge of her bunk, holding her hands together. Her glow was dimmer now, but it pulsed slowly, like a tired heart. "My body is reacting to stress. That makes the cycle stronger." "Then we reduce stress," Aaron replied. She looked at him. "The unknown ship increases stress." "Fair," he admitted. "But we can control this room." He walked to the light panel and lowered the brightness a little more. The harsh white softened into a warmer tone. Valith's glow reflected gently off the walls instead of sharply. Her shoulders relaxed by a small amount. "That helps," she said. Aaron nodded. "Good! Small wins!" He moved around the room, checking storage drawers and emergency kits. He laid everything out on the small table: water pouches, ration bars, a basic med kit, a portable light, and a station repair tool. "We have supplies for 2 people for about 3 days if we're careful," he said. "After that, we get creative." Valith watched him organize. "Humans prepare for lack of certainty." "We prepare for things going wrong," Aaron corrected. "Big difference." She made a soft sound that might have been a quiet laugh. The wall screen beeped again. Both of them turned quickly. "Station status update. As security teams deployed to Outer Ring. All residents remain sailed." Aaron frowned. "Security teams? That means the station thinks the ship is a threat." Valith's glow brightened slightly at her throat. "Or they think I am the threat." Aaron shook his head. "No, that ship came from outside. You didn't invite it." Valith hesitated. "My species emits signals during the cycle. Some predators have learned to detect them." Aaron went still. "Predators? In space," Valith said softly. "Not all species seek trade or peace." Aaron clenched his jaw. Then, they picked the wrong station. He moved closer to Valith, not invading her space, but close enough that his presence felt solid. "Listen. Whatever is out there, it has to go through station security, station defenses, and a lot of very angry humans before it gets anywhere near this door." Valith studied his face. "You sound confident." "I sound stubborn," Aaron said. "There's a difference." Her glow softened again. Minutes passed. The station hummed around them, low and constant. The unknown ship outside drifted slowly, sometimes disappearing behind the station's curved frame, sometimes coming back into view. Valith's breathing became more noticeable. Not fast, but deeper. She closed her eyes for a moment, then opened them again. "The cycle is increasing," she said. "My senses are louder." Aaron sat on his bunk and kept his voice calm. "Tell me what you're feeling. That usually helps humans. Maybe it helps aliens, too." She considered this. Light feels closer, sound feels heavier, and emotions feel like they have weight. "Like gravity?" Aaron asked. "Yes," she said. "Like gravity inside the mind." Aaron nodded slowly. "Okay, then we lower the gravity." He reached into his personal locker and pulled out a small, old music device. "I don't know if your people use music like we do, but humans use it to change how a room feels." Valith looked curious. "You produce sound patterns to change emotion?" "Pretty much," Aaron said. He turned it on. Soft music filled the module. Slow, simple tones. Nothing loud or fast, just a steady, gentle rhythm that felt like a heartbeat. Valith's glow reacted immediately. It flared once, then slowly settled into a smoother pattern. "That is," she searched for the word, "comforting." Aaron smiled. "Told you." humans are good at making noise for emotional reasons. They sat in silence for a while, listening. Then the wall shook. Not hard, but enough to feel. Aaron stood up fast. That wasn't normal. The screen lit up again. Alert! Outer ring contact! SEC already engaged. Veilous glow flashed bright, sharp lines of light running along her arms and neck. Aaron moved without thinking. He stood between her and the door, even though he knew the door was sealed and nothing could come through it. What's happening? He asked the screen, like it might answer. The station did not give details, only another message, power redistribution in progress. The lights dimmed further. The music device flickered but stayed on. Veilith stood up, gripping the edge of her bunk. If power is reduced too much, life support could weaken. Aaron checked the emergency kit. We still have backups. Another small tremor ran through the floor. Aaron's heart beat faster, but his voice stayed steady. Veilith, if this gets worse, I need you to tell me immediately. No polite hiding. She nodded. I will. Outside the window, the dark ship moved closer to the station's surface. Small points of blue light appeared along its side, like eyes opening. Aaron felt a cold twist in his stomach. That thing is not just watching. The station's speakers crackled to life. A human voice came through, strained but clear. Attention residents of Sector 7, this is Security Officer Ramirez. We have an unidentified vessel attempting to interface with station systems. Remain sealed.
We are responding,
Veilith whispered. They are trying to connect. Then we don't let them, Aaron said. The wall screen flickered, then showed lines of code scrolling fast. Warning! Local system! Access it! Attempted! Aaron moved to the repair tool on the table. I'm not a hacker, but I know how to break a connection. He opened the panel under the screen and pulled out a small cable. The station system sparked lightly as he disconnected it. The screen went dark. Vela stared. You cut your own module's access. Yeah, Aaron said. Whatever's out there can't talk to us now, but we cannot receive station updates. True, he admitted, but I'd rather be blind than open to something I don't trust. The unknown ship outside released a thin beam of light that touched the station's outer frame. The station lights flickered in response. Veilith's glow surged, brighter than before. She gasped softly and pressed a hand to her chest. Aaron was at her side in an instant, stopping himself just short of touching her without permission. Veilith, talk to me. The signal, she said. It is reacting to my cycle. It is trying to read me. Aaron's eyes widened. Through the station? Yes, her voice shook. It is not just technology, it is biological sensing. Aaron swallowed. Okay. Then we hide you. She looked confused. Hide? Not physically, he explained. Emotionally. If it's reading signals, then we change the signals. He thought fast. You said emotions get louder. What about calm? Veilith hesitated. Calm is difficult right now. Then I'll help, Aaron said. He sat down on the floor in front of her, at a respectful distance. In human training, we learn breathing patterns to slow the body. He demonstrated. Slow inhale. Hold. Slow exhale. Veilith watched him, then copied the motion. At first, her glow stayed bright and uneven. Then, slowly, it began to smooth out. The sharp lines softened into a steady, gentle light. The beam outside flickered. Aaron felt a small spark of hope. It's working. They kept breathing together in quiet rhythm. The station shook once more, then went still. Minutes passed. The unknown ship's lights dimmed. Then it pulled back, drifting away from the station's surface. The tension in the room eased, like a storm moving off into the distance. Veilith slumped slightly, exhausted. It lost the signal. Aaron let out a breath he didn't realize he had been holding. Good. Let's keep it that way. The station speakers came back on. Security update, Officer Ramirez said. The unidentified vessel has disengaged. We are tracking it as it leaves the perimeter. Lockdown remains active until full system checks are complete. Aaron closed his eyes briefly in relief. Veilith looked at him, her glow low and calm now. You did not leave. Wasn't planning to, Erin said. She studied him in a way that felt deeper than before. Your species is strange. Yeah, he agreed. We get that a lot. She gave a small, tired smile, but effective. They sat back on their bunks, the soft music still playing, the station quiet once more. Outside, the stars drifted slowly, silent and distant. Inside the small module, a human and an alien shared something stronger than fear, a sense of trust built in a moment when something unknown had tried to reach in and failed. And both of them knew deep down that the cycle was not over. The station was still locked, and whatever had come for Valeth once might remember the signal it lost. For a short time, the station felt peaceful again. The soft hum of life support returned to its normal tone. The lights stayed low but steady. The unknown ship was gone from the window, leaving only stars and the slow curve of the station's outer ring. Erin sat on the floor, leaning against his bunk. Valeth sat across from him, her glow quiet and smooth, like a small, steady flame. But deep inside the station, something shifted. A low vibration passed through the walls, so faint it could almost be ignored. Almost. Erin felt it first in his feet. He stood up slowly. That's not normal. Violeth tilted her head, listening with senses sharper than human ones. The station's systems are changing rhythm. The wall panel they had disconnected suddenly sparked to life. The screen flickered on by itself. SY STEM alert power failure in Sector 6. Automated backup engaged. Erin frowned. That's close to us. Before either of them could speak again, the lights dimmed further. The music device clicked off. The module felt colder. Valeth's glow brightened in response, filling the room with soft blue light. Erin moved to the window. The stars were still there. The station's outer ring still turned slowly. But something else was back. The unknown ship had returned. This time, it was closer. It did not hide in the shadows. It moved openly, its surface glowing with long, pulsing lines of light. Smaller shapes detached from it, drifting toward the station like quiet, patient insects. Erin's hands curled into fists. That's not good. Valeth stepped beside him, careful not to touch. They are deploying interface units. Interface units, Erin repeated. That sounds like a nice word for something dangerous. She nodded. They connect to foreign systems, biological and mechanical. The wall speaker crackled. Attention residents! Officer Ramirez's voice came through, strained. We are experiencing multiple system breaches. Security teams are stretched thin. If you can hear this, remain in your modules and conserve power. The message cut out. Erin looked at the sealed door, then at the ceiling vents. If they're breaking systems, how long before they try this module? Valeth's glow pulsed brighter. They will search for the signal they lost. Erin took a deep breath. Then we make sure they don't find it again. He grabbed the emergency kit and opened it fully. Inside were basic tools, a thermal patch, a small power cell, and a handheld station scanner. He held up the scanner. This can read energy levels and biosignals, right? Yes, Valeth said. It is used for medical checks. Then we use it to see what they're seeing. He turned it on and slowly moved it around the room. The screen showed simple lines and numbers. Most of the room glowed green. Normal. Then he moved it toward Valeth. The scanner screen flared blue and gold, lines spiking higher than anywhere else in the module. Erin swallowed. That's you. Valeth looked away. I cannot turn it off. No, Erin said softly. But maybe we can hide it. He looked around the room, thinking fast. The power cell in the kit caught his eye. An idea formed. If we create a stronger signal somewhere else, he said, maybe they'll follow that instead of you. Valeth frowned. You want to distract them. Exactly, Erin said. Humans use decoys all the time. He took the power cell and connected it to the scanner using a short cable. The scanner screen flared even brighter. Erin placed the setup near the far wall, away from Valeth. The scanner now showed a strong energy spike in that corner. Valeth watched. You are making a false signal. Yep, Erin said. Let's see if it works. Outside, one of the small drifting units moved closer to the station's surface near their module. Erin held his breath. The unit paused. Then it shifted direction, drifting slightly away from their window, toward another section of the station. Erin let out a slow breath. Yes, But the victory was short. The station shook. Harder this time. The floor vibrated under their feet. A low alarm began to sound, somewhere far away. Valeth staggered slightly. Aaron moved on instinct, stopping himself just before touching her. "You okay?" She nodded, but her glow flashed sharp and bright. "The station's outer systems are failing. They are forcing entry points." The wall speaker came back on, full of static. "All sectors, structural breach, security fallback." The message cut out again. Aaron's jaw tightened. "They're getting inside." The ceiling vent rattled. "Not violently." "Not yet, but enough to notice." Valeth's eyes widened. "That is not a power fluctuation." Aaron grabbed the repair tool and stepped under the vent. "If something comes through there, I'm going to be very unhappy about it." Another small interface unit drifted into view outside the window, closer than before. The false signal still pulled some of them away, but not all. One of them stayed. Its lights pulsed slowly, like it was thinking. Valeth pressed a hand to her chest. "It is learning." Aaron felt a cold wave move through him. "Of course it is." He looked around the room again, searching for another idea. His eyes landed on the bathroom. An even smaller enclosed space, thicker walls, more pipes. "Valeth," he said quickly, "can you fit in there comfortably?" She glanced at the small room. "Yes! Then go now." She hesitated. "What about you?" "I'll draw attention here," he said. "Human specialty." She looked at him, conflict in her eyes. "That is dangerous. So is staying in the open," Aaron replied. Another vibration shook the vent. Valeth moved. She stepped into the bathroom and closed the door softly behind her. Aaron moved the decoy signal closer to the main area and turned up the power cell output. The scanner screen flared even brighter. Outside, the interface unit's lights reacted. It moved closer to their window. The vent rattled again. A thin metallic probe pushed through the grill, testing the air. Aaron raised the repair tool like a weapon, even though he knew it was not one. "Come on," he muttered. "Wrong signal." "Wrong target!" The probe extended further. Then suddenly, it froze. Outside, the interface unit drifted back, turning toward another part of the station where the false signal appeared stronger. The probe slowly retracted. The vent went still. Aaron sagged against the wall in relief. Then the station lights went out. Complete darkness. Only Valeth's glow, faint through the bathroom door, lit the module. Aaron's voice echoed slightly in the dark. "Valeth? I am here," she replied. "The power is failing in multiple sectors." The wall speaker came back on, barely audible. "Emergency broadcast, all available personnel, defend core systems, civilian sectors compromised." Aaron's heart pounded. This is getting bad. He moved to the bathroom door. "We can't just hide. If they take the station's core, everyone's in danger." Valeth opened the door slowly. Her glow lit her face, calm but determined. "My people avoid conflict during the cycle," she said. "But I am not alone." Aaron met her eyes, and humans run toward trouble when it threatens others. They stood there, two very different beings in a dark, shaking station. An idea sparked in Aaron's mind. "Your signal," he said. "They want it. They follow it." "Yes," Valeth said. "Then we use it," Aaron said. "Not to hide, to lead." Her glow brightened in surprise. "Led them where?" "Somewhere the station can trap them," Aaron replied. "Like a systems core, with heavy security and automated defenses." Valeth considered this. "You want to use me as bait." "I want to use your signal as a key," Aaron corrected. "You don't go anywhere alone. I stay with you the whole time." Silence hung between them, broken only by the distant sound of alarms. Valeth nodded slowly. "Then we do this together." Aaron reconnected the wall panel. The screen flickered back on. He pulled up the station map again, this time finding a blinking marker. "Core assesses limited control." "There," he said. "If we can reach a maintenance corridor near the core, the station's defenses might do the rest." Valeth looked at the sealed door. The lockdown. Aaron smiled, tight and determined. "Humans are good at opening things that don't want to open." He knelt by the door panel, opening it with the repair tool. Sparks flew. The lock clicked once. The red light turned yellow. Not open. but no longer fully closed. The station shook again, harder than before. Outside, the unknown ship's lights flared bright, like it knew something had changed. Erin stood up and looked at Valeth. Ready? Her glow steadied, strong and calm. I trust you. Erin placed his hand on the door panel. Then let's give the galaxy a very human surprise, he said. The door slid open. Darkness waited beyond, and whatever happened next, they would face it side by side. The corridor outside Module 7C was dark. Only thin red emergency lights ran along the floor, guiding the way like a trail of warning signs. The station felt different now, quieter, tenser. The hum of machines was uneven, like a tired breath. Erin stepped out first. He moved slowly, scanning both sides of the corridor. The air smelled sharp, like heated metal and recycled oxygen working too hard. His boots made soft sounds against the floor, loud in the silence. Valeth followed, her glow low but steady. It lit the walls in soft blue, just enough to see without drawing too much attention. Behind them, the door slid shut. There was no going back. Erin checked the station map on the small screen he had pulled from the wall panel. Core access is 3 corridors over and 1 level down, he said quietly. Valeth nodded. The signal from my cycle will grow stronger as we move. They will follow. Then we keep moving, Erin said. We don't let them catch up. They walked together, careful and fast. The first corridor was empty. The second had signs of struggle. A broken service cart lay on its side. One of the wall panels sparked, throwing small flashes of light onto the floor. Valeth paused. Security teams were here. Erin saw marks on the wall, deep and curved, like something had scraped metal with purpose. And something else was too. A distant sound echoed down the corridor. A soft, clicking noise. Not loud, not rushed, patient. Erin felt a chill. That's them. Valeth's glow brightened slightly. They are close. Erin pointed forward. Then we don't stop. They reached a maintenance ladder leading down to the lower level. Erin climbed first, keeping one hand free to help Valeth if she needed it. She followed smoothly, her glow lighting the narrow shaft. At the bottom, the air felt warmer. The sound of the station's core systems filled the space. A deep, steady pulse like a giant heart. They were close now. The map screen blinked. Core access. 50 meters. The clicking sound grew louder behind them. Erin turned once, just long enough to see shapes at the far end of the corridor. Small, low-moving forms, glowing faintly, moving with quiet purpose. They brought friends, he muttered. Valeth's voice stayed calm. Then we must be faster. They ran. The corridor opened into a wide chamber. The station's core systems rose in the center. Tall and bright, surrounded by thick support beams and automated defense units mounted high on the walls. This was the heart of the station. Erin skidded to a stop. This is it. Valeth stepped forward, her glow growing brighter, no longer hiding. They will see me now. The clicking sounds rushed closer. Erin raised the scanner and power cell, turning the signal up as high as it would go. The device buzzed in his hand, hot and loud. Hey! He shouted down the corridor. Wrong way ends here! The first interface unit slid into the chamber. Then another. Then more. They moved toward the light. Toward Valeth. The defense units on the walls powered up, their lights turning from green to yellow. Erin looked up. Come on. Come on. Valeth stood still in the center of the chamber, her glow strong and steady, like a star that refused to dim. Her breathing was slow, controlled. The units crossed an invisible line on the floor. The defense systems activated. Bright beams of light dropped from the ceiling, forming a grid around the core. The floor hummed as energy fields rose, cutting off paths and trapping the units inside the chamber. The clicking sounds turned sharp. The units moved faster, trying to escape. Erin grabbed Valeth's arm gently. Back now! They moved behind a thick support beam as the defense systems fired. The chamber filled with light and sound. The beams struck the trapped units, disabling them one by one. Some sparked. Some went dark and fell to the floor. The noise was loud, but it did not last long. When it ended, the chamber was still. The interface units lay scattered, silent. Erin slowly stepped out from behind the beam. He laughed once, breathless. I think that worked. Valeth's glow dimmed slightly, relief washing over her features. Your plan succeeded. Team effort, Aaron said. Couldn't have done it without the signal. The station speakers came to life clearer than before. Security update, Officer Ramirez said. His voice sounded tired but strong. Core systems secured. Unknown vessel is retreating. Lockdown will be lifted sector by sector. Civilian safety is priority. Aaron closed his eyes and let out a long breath. We did it. Valeth looked up at the high ceiling, where the defense units slowly powered down. You protected not just me, she said. You protected everyone here. Aaron shrugged. That's kind of our thing. The station lights brightened gradually, returning to normal. The map screen beeped. Sector 7 lockdown lifted. The tension in the air faded, like a storm finally passing. They walked back through the corridors together. Now, security teams moved around them, checking systems, helping injured crew, repairing panels. Some of them looked at Aaron and Valeth with curiosity. Word was already spreading. Back at Module 7C, the door slid open smoothly this time. The small room looked the same as before, but it felt different, safer. Aaron dropped onto his bunk, exhausted. I'm never complaining about boring station duty again. Valeth sat across from him, her glow soft and calm. My people will speak of this. Oh no, Aaron said. I didn't do anything heroic. You stood between a threat and someone vulnerable, Valeth replied. That is how many cultures define hero. Aaron rubbed the back of his neck. Guess I'm in trouble with the galaxy now. She smiled, a real warm smile. A short time later, the wall screen lit up again. Incoming message. Diplomatic Council. Valeth stood and approached it. The screen showed several figures from different species, watching with great interest. A tall, shimmering being spoke first. Valeth, your signal triggered a dangerous event, yet the station stands. Explain. Valeth looked at Aaron. He stayed seated, but he met their gaze without fear. Valeth turned back to the screen. The signal did not save us. A human did. Murmurs spread among the figures. Valeth continued. Humans do not isolate when something is in danger. They stay, they adapt, they protect even when they do not fully understand what they are protecting. The council listened in silence. Aaron felt his face grow warm. She's really overselling me, he muttered. Valeth heard him and smiled. The shimmering figure spoke again. Then humanity has shown us a different way to face vulnerability. Not with walls, but with presence. The screen went dark. Aaron leaned back. Well, that's one way to make friends in space. Valeth sat beside him, keeping a respectful distance, but closer than before. My species will change our protocols. Oh, Aaron asked. Yes, she said. We will consider allowing trusted companions during the cycle, not just isolation. Aaron nodded slowly. That sounds healthy. They sat in quiet for a moment, listening to the normal sounds of the station returning. Voices in the corridor, tools clanking, life moving on. Valeth looked at him. You said humans adapt. Yeah, Aaron replied. We're pretty good at it. She tilted her head. Then perhaps that is why the galaxy will need you. Aaron laughed softly. Let's start with needing me to take out the trash in this module. She laughed too, a light musical sound. Outside the window, the stars drifted slowly, calm and endless. The unknown ship was gone, but something else remained. A story that would spread across stations and worlds. A story about a human who stayed when it would have been easier to leave. About an alien who trusted when fear told her not to. And about a simple truth the galaxy was only beginning to learn. Humanity's greatest strength was not its ships, or its weapons, or its technology. It was its choice to stand beside someone in the dark and say, you are not alone. As the station lights glowed steady and bright, Aaron and Valeth sat together in their small room. No longer just roommates, but the start of something much bigger. Not a legend of connection,